Hey guys, and welcome back. Illusion here with you, and I'm very excited to bring you an updated mod spotlight on the extra utilities generators. And wow, do they look good. You can see now we have 3 different tiers of generators. So, if you are new to the generators from extra utilities, please go back and watch my spotlight that I did for version 1.6.4. The version we are on right now is 1.7.10. And the version of extra utilities is version 1.1.0F. So we're just going to call it the F version. So extra utilities is a mod by RWTema, and it just brings a collection of various utilities to the modded Minecraft community. So we now, again, like I said, we now have 3 tiers. So I just wanted to kind of give you a quick introduction, and let me go and separate these, and we'll start diving into each of the individual generators. Alright, I'm back. So I got some things set up, and so we can start playing with it. And the first thing you may notice, if you listen very closely, is that the generators now have sounds, which is really cool. And just by looking at them, you can see that the second and third tier of generators have got a nice modeling to them. Very good textures. So now let's dive into it. So remember, we're talking about 3 different tiers. So how we are going to equate this right here is going to be your tier 1 generator. I'm sorry. That's going to be your tier 1 generator. Think that as a factor of 1. When we go into the Survivalist Generator, the second tier is going to be a factor of 8. And now if we go into the high tier, the third tier generator is now a factor of 64. So let's kind of work that out. So I'm going to drop 1 piece of coal in the Survivalist Generator. So it looks like we have just over 13 minutes, 5 RF a tick. 40 RF, 5 times 8, 40. But now look at our time. We have now used 8 times as much time to get that same power output. And what do you think is going to happen in the third tier? 320 RF, but a very, very short runtime. So you have to factor these out on how you want to get your power outputs. You know, I can see this is done. That gave us 80,000 RF. This guy's still running. This guy's still running. And let me show you some recipes. So if I switch over to generator, Survivalist Generator, pretty cheap. Some basic level materials. Now if we go to the tier 2 one, you're going to see it's 8 of those tier 1s around an energy node. And then of course your third tier is going to be 8 of your tier 2s around an energy node. So this is very similar to, like, I would think like a compact solars mod. So tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So now let's scale this up. So I would say when most people dive into the generators from extra utilities, they start either with a furnace generator or with a lava generator. So let's see what we can do here. So 40 RF, and was about 24-25 seconds. Again, very short runtime. And what do you think the runtime on this thing is going to be? Just like that. But that's a quick 20,000 RF. 20,000 RF. 20,000 RF. So, very interesting. Jump down to the lava. Same thing with the lava. Pretty cool. And I love how this gives you a good indication of where you're at. See, it ticks down by 100 millibuckets at a time. Yep. So cool. Let's turn some lights back on. And I'll just jump right to the third tier. It's already done. Bam. 40,000 RF. Pretty cool. So, I've showed you all the 3 of these generators. Now I'm going to have to I'm going to just show you have a basic understanding of the tier 1 generators, and now I've just brought out the tier 2 and the tier 3 generators. So let's start over here. So we now have the Ender generator, which can take Ender lily seeds. Let's see what we get out of that. Eyes of Ender. How much power we get out of that thing? A lot. And then of course Ender pearls. So that's pretty cool. Then we have the heated redstone generator. So the heated redstone, you're actually going to need redstone, dust, and lava. I can show you that. Let me just grab some redstone. Just grab one. And you can see it running. So that's running at 640 RF a tick. So it runs pretty quickly. But you can see it's not using up any more lava because we used up that redstone. Grab a little bit more of that. And you notice in this version you still can't place redstone blocks. In the last version you couldn't, still can't with this one. So, very cool. Culinary Generator, basically it'll take any kind of food that you have. The higher grade the food, the better it'll run. It's 256 versus like an apple. $128. So if you have some extra food laying around, this is a great way to use it for power. Potions generator. I have potions up. And you'll see you get a water bottle in return. A little bit thirsty. And then we have the solar generators. Now I'm not showing the recipes on purpose because it'll get a little bit tedious. You definitely got to download the mod and check it out. But solar generator, just like it applies, and it does have a tooltip, they apply a redstone signal to transmit energy. So, pretty easy. TNT generator, one of the most annoying ones that I think. But you can see it doesn't damage the terrain. But for one piece of TNT, that's quite a bit of RF, but I am using the high tier. Pink generator, basically if it's pink, it runs. Not too much to explain on that one. High temperature furnace, basically it's a upgraded version of this furnace generator. You can see how quickly it ran. We run a block of that. I didn't even get to see how much it was, but that was 50,000. Pretty cool. And the very high-end generator is the Nether Star generator. So with the Nether Star generator, you will take damage. If I was in survival mode, I'd be taking damage. You see it does have some particle effects that are indicating that things aren't right. And you can see how much power this guy outsputs just at this tier 2. Can you imagine how much the tier 3 is? Let's just try it. Why not? Wow. That's a lot of power. So let's talk about power transfer. Since we are in 1.7.10, thermal expansion has updated, but we don't have conduits yet. So the best way to transfer power is to grab a transfer node from extra utilities to transfer your power. Now I do not have Ender IO in this test world, but you can also use the Ender IO conduits. That would be a good alternate, especially in getting into some of these tier 2 and tier 3 generators where you're going to need a little bit higher transfer. I forget what the transfer limit is on these pipes, but you can see it is holding 10,000 RF right now. And you can see we've got a nice little particle effect, which is newer, kind of let you know that, hey, I'm transmitting some power. So let me take you over here to a setup that I think is very cool. Make sure it's nice and bright. So basically I have a magma crucible with destabilized redstone. This is a thermal expansion machine. Liquid transfer node because we don't have any kind of liquid ducts. And then I have a tier 3 heated redstone generator. So, you ready for this? Look at that. 5,000 RF a tick. Just like that. So just like the heated redstone generator, you can use lava and a piece of redstone to output. You can also just pump it, liquid destabilized redstone, and it just hammers the power out. So another very cool part of this. So I think that's going to pretty much wrap up the generators. So basically, in conclusion, we have 3 tiers of generators now, each of them scaling in how much power they produce, how much consumables they take in. They now have sounds, and we can get a buttload of power out of these. So again, if you have any questions, make sure you check out my previous mod spotlight. I'll leave a link down below. Let me know any comments and feedback you have. And again, thanks for joining. My name is Illusion. Also, my contact information is below for my Twitch, Twitter, Patreon, and all that good stuff. So I will see you guys on the next video.